Welcome back to Math Aid. In this video, we'll be learning simple addition and subtraction of directed numbers. When we talk about directed numbers, we mean positive and negative numbers. So let's start. If I'm to add 3 and 2, it's quite simple. I know it's 5. But let's say I want to add -3 to 2, I'll get a -1. There are several ways to add or subtract directed numbers. So the first approach is to use a number line. So on a number line, we are going to put our -3, which is the first number we have. So let's say this is our -3. Then we have an addition sign. So addition means we are moving to the right. And the number of times we will move is the number that comes after the addition sign. In this case, 2. So let me move twice to my right. 1, 2. Whatever my answer will be here. So moving right on a number line, I'll have -2 and -1. Another simpler approach, especially for small numbers, is to use the negative and positive sign to cancel each other. What do I mean? -3 here means I have 3 minus. +2 means I have 2 positives. So let me cancel out. This cancel this cancel this. I have just 1 left. So that means I have a -1 as an answer. Let's say we want to add -8 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the number of negatives that I have. And I have just 3 positives. So 1, 2, 3. Now let's cancel out. This cancel this. Then what I have left is this. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 negatives. That means my answer is -5. Let's say we want to add -4 plus 11. We have 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 11 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's cancel out. This cancel this. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 positives. That means my answer is +7. Now, using a number line or using this method that I just described is limited. What do I mean? You can't use it for extremely big numbers. You can't start counting 70 minuses, 50 pluses, or thereabout. So we're going to use another approach which I call the bank approach. And it's quite simple. Whenever you have a negative, you think of it as you going to bank to take a loan. And whenever you have a positive, you think of it as you going to deposit a particular amount of money. Deposit a particular amount of money, or you have that amount of money in the bank. So in our first example, let's say we have -3. That means you went to the bank to take a loan of 3 naira, for example. And +2 means you went to the bank again to deposit 2 naira. That means you'll be left with a loan of just a naira. In the second example, we have -8, which means you went to the bank to borrow 8 naira, and we have +3, which means you went to deposit 3 naira. So when the bank removes what you have as a loan, what you have as a debit, you'll be left with just 5 naira loan. And the third example, we have a -4, which means you went to the bank to borrow 4 naira, and we have positive 11, which means you now went to deposit 11 naira. Of course, when the bank takes away your previous loan, then you have 70 naira left in your account. You have 7 naira left in your account. So it is no longer a loan this time around. You have something left in your account. So that's why it is positive. When it is still a loan, it will be negative. But when you have it in your account, then it's a positive. So let's try it with big numbers. So let's solve minus 4 plus 15 minus 7 minus 5 plus 3. So I go to the bank to take a loan of 4 naira. Then I went to deposit 15 naira. Of course, I will have 11 naira left in my account. So while having 11 naira in my account, I went again to borrow 7 naira. So that means I will be left with just 4 naira in my account. So now we are here. We've gotten to 4 naira being in my account, which means a positive 4. Now, having 4 naira in my account, I went again to take a loan of 5 naira. That means I'll be left with a loan of 1 naira. I will no longer have anything in my account. Rather, I'll have a loan of 1 naira. So having a loan of 1 naira, having a debt or a debit of 1 naira, and I go again to deposit 3 naira. So of course, I will now have 2 naira left in my account. So the solution of this question is positive 2. So minus 4 plus 15 is 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. 4 minus 5 is negative 1. And negative 1 plus 3 is positive 2. Let's solve another example. 13 minus 5 plus 6 minus 8 minus 22 plus 9. I have 13 naira in my account. That's what 13 means. It does not have a negative sign. If it has a negative sign, that means you went to the bank to take a loan of 13 naira. So 13, which is the first number, means I have 13 naira in my account. Then minus 5 means I go to the bank to take a loan of 5 naira. So I'll be left with just 8 naira in my account. So having 8 naira in my account, I go again to deposit 6 naira. And that will mean I have 14 naira now. So right here, this gives us 14. So having 14 naira in my account, I go to take a loan of 8 naira. So that means I will be left with just 6 naira in my account. So right here we have 6. Having 6 naira in my account, I go again to borrow 22 naira. I have 6 naira in my account. I go to the bank to take a loan of 22 naira. Of course, I'll have a loan or a debit of negative 16. That is, when the bank removes what I have left in my account, I will still have a loan of 16 naira. So having a loan of 16 naira and I go for the last time to deposit 9 naira. That means I will still have a loan. I will still have a debit of 7 naira. So my answer is negative 7. Remember, if you have something left in your account, that means that's a positive. That is, you have a particular amount of money in your account. That's a positive. But if you still have a loan or a debit, that means your answer is negative. So my final answer is negative 7. If you type any of these questions on a calculator, you are going to get the same answers as we've gotten here. Another example, what if we have negatives throughout? Say, for example, we have negative 3, minus 6, minus 5, minus 2. Okay, let's solve. I go to the bank. I took a loan of 3 naira. I go again, another loan of 6 naira. My loan becomes 9 naira. I go again to take a loan of 5 naira. That means my loan becomes 14 naira. And for the last time, I go to take a loan of just 2 naira. And that means my loan is now 16 naira. That means I'm owing the bank 16 naira, which is a negative 16 because The 16 naira is not in my account, rather it is a debit. It is a debt that I owe the bank. So my answer is negative 16. Now, let's proceed to questions that have the directed numbers in brackets. Say, for example, we have 7 minus positive 3 plus positive 9 minus negative 4. Let's solve the question together. One thing to note whenever you have your directed numbers in brackets is, first of all, when you have two opposite signs, you have a negative outcome. What do I mean? My 7 is my first number right here. So let me rewrite the 7. So followed by a negative sign, then a positive sign inside the bracket. So that means outside my bracket, I have a negative sign. Inside, I have a positive sign. These are opposite signs. So when you have two opposite signs, you have a negative outcome. So that means the outcome of this minus and this plus is a negative, a minus. So I can now write the value. Then let's proceed. Now I have a positive and a positive, that is two positives. So when you have the same sign, you have a positive outcome. When you have the same sign, you have a positive outcome. So that means the outcome of this plus and this plus right here, let me use a black ink. The outcome of this positive right here and this positive is also a positive. Why? Because I have the same sign. You do not have to stress your brain about minus times minus is this, plus times minus is this, minus divided by minus is this. That's no problem. But in this case, you can just simply tell yourself, are the signs the same? If they are the same, then the outcome is positive. Are the signs different? If they are different, then the outcome is negative. So two positives gave me this positive, then let me write 9. So there's an error in this question. The minus in front of 4 is missing. So I just rewrote it. Now to the last part, this negative and this negative will also give me what? A positive outcome. Why? Because they are the same sign. I have a minus outside my bracket. I have a minus immediately. I have a minus before my bracket rather, and I have a minus immediately after my bracket. So they have the same sign. So like I said, when you have the same sign, you have a positive outcome. That means the outcome of this minus right here and this minus right here is positive. So positive 4. Now let's solve. 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13. And 13 plus 4 is 17. For this same example, in order not to complicate matters, after understanding the concept of equal or opposite signs, when you want to solve the question, you can simply just write just the numbers. I mean, without the sign. What do I mean? In this particular expression, when you want to solve, just write the numbers 7, 3, 9, and 4. Now let's insert the correct signs. Now, a negative and a positive opposite sign. I know that opposite sign gives a negative outcome. A positive and a positive equal signs gives a positive outcome. And for the last one, a negative and a negative, which is equal signs, will give me a positive outcome. So the answer is still going to be 17. Let's solve another example. 12, 7, 2, 10, 3. Now, let's insert the correct signs. A negative and a positive opposite sign gives a negative outcome. A positive and a positive equal signs give a positive outcome. A negative and the positive, that's opposite signs, gives a negative outcome, and there is no other sign before 3, so I'm simply going to rewrite the plus right here. So let's solve. 12 minus 7 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 minus 10 is negative 3, and negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So my answer is 0 in this case. This is a simpler approach to solve any questions involving addition and subtraction of directed numbers. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Bye.